Okay, we're recording. Welcome to our call. Thank you for taking the time. Plugging in for training and the support on here is absolutely key to your success. So I'm so glad to see you all hopping on here. And tonight we get to start our evening by hearing Kourtney DeVries, who is a consultant here in Rochester, is going to come on and share with us her story. So Kourtney, I'm going to unmute you. Did I get your last name right, first of all?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to just hand it over to you so that you can share with us your story.
Awesome. Thank you. As you may be able to tell, I'm coming live from my husband's crazy office because it is bedtime here and he's trying to handle all the kids out there. And I was like, just give me a little bit of time by myself, because usually I'm rocking this whole time with my phone in one hand and my earbuds in while putting kids to bed, because you know what? We're all busy and we've all got lives. But this is a priority, and I'm so glad that everyone's on here. So I wanted to do a little like hello, and welcome. I'm Kourtney. I'm a fun-loving mom of two little chaotic balls of energy. My son is almost 4. He's deaf, and my daughter is nearly 2. And I'm just going to leave it at that. And it's a really good thing she's stinking cute, because, oh my gosh, 2. All of you moms out there who are going through 2 right now, like solidarity, because 2 is so friggin' hard. Like she's hard. But I mean, I didn't have this with my son, so I'm like, this is all new to me. But that's her. And I was introduced to Arbonne when a friend from Charlie's School for the Deaf reached out to me and asked if I'd heard of Arbonne and might be interested in hosting a small product sampling in my home. Now, as many of you may also agree with, I love parties. I love having them, hosting them, going to them. So when she asked if I wanted to do a small like product sampling gathering, I was totally all in. And I think I went through my entire list of everybody I knew, invited my closest 100 friends and family to my party, and no joke, still ended up with 15 committed and came. And my poor, fabulous sponsor, Nadir, I think that party was like 5+ hours long. But it was funny. The entire time I was having my party, I was sitting on the edge of my seat. And, you know, perhaps it was because I was energetically filling drinks and possibly falling into my ultimately relaxing foot soak bucket, because I don't know if everyone has tried the foot soak, but I could just swim or maybe like live in a bucket of foot soak. Like it's amazing. But just listening to what she said, she has these words that she used, and I'm sure some of you also use it. If I can do this, anyone can do it. And the wheels just started turning in my head. Like, what if this worked for me? What if this could be my future? And I am a dreamer. I've always been a dreamer, and it's bugged my father particularly to no end. He's the realist in the family, the pragmatic one. And I am always thinking of the next thing. I have a fear of commitment, of being tied down. I have huge plans for my life. And if you look on my resume, you'll see that I rarely keep a job for more than a year. And you know, why? Why is that? Because I am going somewhere. And when I see that a job is not going to take me in that direction, I'm ready to find something that will. I love to travel and explore, and I have a passion for service and underserved populations. So when my husband and I went overseas for a year, I just soaked up that experience of living a life so different than that of my suburban upbringing. And every morning I wake up itching to make that dream a reality again. It's actually really interesting. Miranda Burcham has been, or this couple weeks ago, was in Vietnam and Cambodia and all this stuff. And I followed her Instagram stories and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get back there. And, you know, it's crazy how that like gets back into you, and that itch starts getting there, and you like start doing things because you're like, I got to get back. And those thoughts are what drove me to make my pros and cons list. Now, if you know me or are like me, you can probably find evidence of to-do lists tucked into every nook and cranny of my house. The lists, the ledgers. I'm a kind of person who needs to see things written down and written out. And then, of course, I went to all of the parties that my friends booked off my parties. And that solidly put me in the pro column. When I went to my sponsor Nadir and I unleashed all of my questions to patient Nadir, and you know what? I was surprised to find out that, shocker, I am not the only one to have doubts and concerns. And she so dutifully went through each of those concerns and answered those questions and made me feel like I could understand it. I felt heard by her, and she drew it all out so I could see what this whole Arbonne thing was. And then all of a sudden those dreams started building and the whys in my life started unfolding. And then, oh my gosh, in a blink of an eye, it wasn't so much of what if this doesn't work for me, but what if it does work? And now life has a habit of trying to keep you in the path that you're going. So I won't lie and say the world has unfolded before me and that I'm swimming in activity or building my team left and right. But what I will say is that I have a vision and I know what it takes and what works to make that vision a reality. And I know that there are people at my fingertips and friends waiting to be discovered. And through this team, I have seen the power of this life-changing business. And I already know that it's going to take my little tiny whys that I started with and turn them into incredible things. So my big challenge that was given to me that I want to also give to you is to stop dwelling and thinking about all those things that are keeping you questioning your ability, making you doubt who you are, and start dreaming about what your future could be. I think, it's really smart. We all have the same 24 hours. So are your 24 hours bringing you closer to your dreams, or are you already in a trajectory that is just going to pass all of that by? And that's all I have for tonight.
And we're good, right? For me, I'm like, yes, now let's go work.
Yes, let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah, Kourtney, thank you for that. That was really, really powerful. Thank you. I love hearing the vulnerability of those questions, those struggles, those fears that you had and still have, and we all do, right? I still do.
Yeah.
I was talking with someone the other day, like you're talking about those thoughts in our head and stuff. And I said, I've gotten to the point because I've been having a lot of those. I've been combating a lot of those negative thoughts and comparison and just beating myself up. And I'm literally starting to tell my brain, don't say that to me anymore. You're not. And so I love your idea of you're talking about we all have 24 hours and is that serving you or not? It just all kind of ties together with what I'm experiencing right now. So thank you for that, because I know I needed that. And so I know others did too. And I can't wait to continue working on this journey with you and seeing all the things you're going to do. I learn from you every time you talk. I love it.
Thank you.
And you make it fun. I love you. You bring so much fun. I love it. So thank you.
I can't hear you, Marie. I think you're muted.
Unmuted me. I was thinking I was muting you. So, okay. There. Okay, you're good. Thank you. Kourtney's like, I'll mute myself. I got this. I'll take care of this. So now we're going to move on to our training for the night. So especially if you're new, what we do each month is we take a book that we work on going through together. If you haven't gotten the book this month, it's The Slight Edge. If you haven't gotten that or you're not reading it yet, don't worry, because you're going to learn from the training from this. But we encourage you for your growth to always be working through a book. You can always listen to audio if you're not as much, if you learn better that way than reading. And tonight, we don't necessarily go chapter by chapter. So again, if you're not into the book yet, don't even worry. It inspires our trainings from the book that we're going through each month. So tonight we have Jessie Nadig, and I'm going to go ahead and unmute you, Jessie. Are you there?
Hello.
So Jessie, I also have loved so much getting to work with you and know you, especially I feel like over the last 6 months or so, and just watching your vision and your passion and your sharing Arbonne with people throughout your day and your confidence and all of that grow. So I don't want to take any more of your time because I really want to be able to sit back and learn from you and get inspired by you too. And I can't wait to hear what you're going to share with us. So I'm going to mute myself and let you just take it over if you're good to go.
Thank you, Marie.
All right, so you want to tell a little bit about yourself too for those
sure. Okay.
who are new.
Yeah, I'm a bit newish, I guess you can say. I have been doing Arbonne since about September, and I met my sponsor Celeste at a vendor event, which I actually won the drawing for the baby care. I had never heard of Arbonne before, so I had I think a 3-month-old baby at the time, and so I started using the products, and I learned about the the ingredient policy, and that really just kind of changed my thought process. And I was like, oh, there's something different. And I gained all this knowledge, and I learned how important it is to watch what you're putting inside and outside your body. So that's a little bit about me. I'm going to train on the book, The Slight Edge, today. I did a little bit of, face the sun. Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can do this. Sorry. I didn't know you couldn't see my face. Oh, look at that. That's better.
Yeah, you're a little dark. There we go. Oh, that's much better.
Oh, there we go. Sorry. Okay. So the Slight Edge, I'm going to read from some notes here because that's what I do. It is about turning simple disciplines into massive success and happiness. The important thing to learn here is the only person that you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. And that is a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. There's a bunch of quotes throughout the book from him, and they're really great. So the Slight Edge discusses how just the smallest constant efforts can build success over time. Jeff Olson is the author of the book, and he says, I didn't change who I was as much as I changed what I did. So the Slight Edge is something that can transform your life over time with effort that is consistent. This is not something that will happen overnight. So what they're doing is talking about how you take small actions and little activities and you make them productive and you do them daily. In the book, The Slight Edge, Jeff talks about escaping the curse of a roller coaster. Whether you're new or not, people are constantly on a roller coaster. In the beginning of something, they feel like they're on fire. Like, let's do this. We can rock this. We got this. This feels awesome. They're climbing up, 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 up. And then they're at the top of the roller coaster. They're doing great. Let's take Arbonne, for example. Let's use the DM promotion. We fight like crazy to get there. And then we put all of our effort in and we're there. And then we just kind of glide and we pace and we glide. I don't know if you can see my hand. I'm talking with my hands. You're at the top of the hill and then you achieve it. And then you're comfortable and you relax and you pace down the hill. And as you pace, your activity dwindles a little and you think to yourself, it's okay. I have my team members. They'll carry me. They'll help me. There's enough in my performance account. And then before you know it, you're at the bottom of the hill. And you're struggling to get momentum because you're stuck down there. And your mindset might not be as good as it was before. And this is very common. The roller coaster or the Arbonne roller coaster, whether it be physical or emotional, it's always oscillating through failure and survival. This is done in many aspects of our life, whether it be financially, health, relationships, our lives as a whole. But why? Maybe we're sabotaging ourselves. We fall into our patterns. If you look at the pattern of your life, or if you document your roller coaster, you might find certain things that will that you do that will help you thrive. This might also keep you from failing. We must do what it takes to keep us from dipping to the bottom of the roller coaster every time, every day. Stay away from the bottom. Using Arbonne again, for example, keep yourself in activity. Do your daily dues, the small things, every day. That is the only thing that keeps you afloat. That means we all already know what to do. We know how to make ourselves become successful, whether you are new, whether you have a bunch of months in like myself, or whether you have many years. You know exactly what to do. Social marketing is really simple. It's really smart too. It's all about consistency and duplication. The key word in the actions that move us upward on the curve of the roller coaster is simple. Just like Arbonne's action plan for success. See how it ties in? Because of the simplicity of success, the steps to get there are also very easy to overlook. Successful people act while other unsuccessful people don't, because it's very, very easy not to. Think of something as simple as working out. Doing this once a week, every couple of months. Sorry, but you won't see results. Exercising daily without skipping your exercises. Reading 10 pages of a self-help book. Drinking water every day instead of drinking soda for lunch. Completing your Power 10 or your Healthy Habits Challenge. So many small, simple, seemingly mundane, quick, easy tasks daily without skipping out. When you do it, it is so easy to do, but it will also be easy not to do. So doing these tasks, they will compound over time to build very big results. These small, seemingly insignificant actions are your simple daily disciplines. They are your simple, productive tasks that you repeat consistently over time. And that, in a nutshell, is the slight edge. We live in an instant gratification society, but success stems from the mundane. It stems from the daily, boring activities done over a period of time. The activities that don't matter much when they stand alone, just like working out. We need to bring more awareness to what we expose ourselves to. We also need to pay attention to what we expose our lives and our minds to. Think of social media. I am very persuasive when I read things, when I listen to things. I have really dedicated myself to turning my car into a university, especially this last week. I just had the last week off. I don't know if you saw behind me, I live on a farm. I had my life with my kids in the last week, and then I went back to work on Tuesday. And on the way there, I turned on a training by Donna Johnson, and I just listened, and I arrived to PetSmart, and I was in such a good mood. I could listen to the radio and like the garbage news, and it really affects your mindset. So we need to bring more awareness to what we expose our lives to and ourselves. Turn your car into a university. I already said that. Make sure you're absorbing something positive. That's going to affect your whole day. Also, take into account what stimuli you allow into your life. Make sure it's positive. This will affect your roller coaster. Think about the people you bring into your life and who you hang out with. They have effect on you and your life's mission. You always want to hang out with somebody positive. You don't want to listen to people complaining all the time and bringing you down, because it's going to affect you. Do you have a mission in your life? Think about your mission. Consider your daily disciplines. Sorry about the chickens if you hear them. Consider your daily disciplines. Are you doing the small tasks daily that will help support your mission? These actions will shape our destiny. Ralph Wilson also says, do the thing and you shall have the power. Okay, so your philosophy, what you think about, you bring about. Your philosophy creates your attitude. It creates your actions, and it creates your results. And all three of those things will create your lifestyle. We must fail forward, and we must see our failures as a learning opportunity. Remember to take responsibilities of your choices and your actions. Try using a garden, for example. When you think about your business and your life, think about a garden. You plant your seeds, and then you cultivate, and then you harvest. You can't just plant your seeds and expect them to be there without doing any work for it. Without watering and tending to your garden daily, it will not bloom into the beautiful, enchanted landscape that you dream of. You have to pull the weeds daily to see the vibrance. So in a nutshell, that's my little bit of knowledge that I got from the book. But I know I'm probably way ahead of schedule. I wanted to mention the Healthy Habits Challenge. I know of a few team members that may not have heard of this or heard about this. They might not be on the Facebook group, but Arbonne is all about giving grace. We started a Healthy Habits Challenge in the beginning of July, and we wanted to accept anyone who wants to become healthy and take the challenge with us, even though it's a little bit late. All we have to do is let our VP know or our upline know. So make the small choice to walk or jog or run or sprint and do your daily do's. Do the mundane, repetitive tasks to create healthy habits in your Arbonne business to make a vibrant dream come true. Any questions about starting your challenge? Tomorrow after our calls, we can make our lists and figure out who we want to get a hold of. The challenge is posted by Danielle on the multi-region group, but let us know if you have any questions and reach out to your VPs if you need anything.
Jessie, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Really great. So good. And you look beautiful, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Your hair is just like really, really nice. And
you're safe.
I love that you talked about the challenge, because this goes so good with that, because we're talking about those daily do's and those daily disciplines, and it blends perfectly with that. So if you're not familiar with that, like she said, reach out to us or look back to our Facebook page. Danielle Piper did a live post outlining what the challenge is. You get to win some fun jewelry and your business over the summer. Winter for Australia, or I'm not sure if it's winter, but I know it's not summer. I'm pretty sure it's winter. So, and what I love is what you talked about, and the whole idea of this book being those small daily things that seem mundane, because that's where, right, when we see, especially like social media or GTC and recognition and promotions and Mercedes and jewelry and all these things, the glamorous like fruit of our efforts and labor, especially on social media. And so sometimes in the daily do, I know even sometimes for me, it feels like, is this really what's growing my business? Or we have to like really bring ourselves back to like, okay, it's not always that like, putting in big and elaborate things with these huge outcomes. It's just the consistency of not giving up, like just consistency. The biggest thing of this. My story is proof of that. Arbonne was finally like, oh my gosh, she's not going anywhere. Let's just finally give her a Mercedes. Like, goodness. So I would love, because we do have a little bit of time and I know others are going through the book, I would love if anybody else has anything that you would love to hop on and share that you're learning. I heard you even that Jessie just shared. You can go ahead and just unmute yourself and hop on.
Okay, so I'm going to jump on because I absolutely love this book. And I love how it ties so much into the summer challenge. And one thing I'm finding is those doing the Power 10 and doing your asks, because I have started doing it, it has become a habit. And it's those little things. It's easy to skip. You know, sometimes I want to time myself to see how long it actually is to do those. Coming up with the names is the hardest part, but doing the voice messages isn't that bad. But the other day I was tired and overwhelmed, and I thought, I got to get up. I'm not going to take a nap. I'm going to go do my Power 10. And it would have been easy to take a nap, but it was just as easy to do it. And after, I felt a lot better. So I think that when you look at the principles of the slight edge, it makes so much sense. And when we apply it to our business, just those little things, you never know what that follow-up is going to do. Just like Marie shared on the Facebook page, you can do it anywhere, but we could also choose not to do it. And we never know what we're going to miss out on.
Kim, did you see Marie saying, can you explain the Power 10?
Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. So Power 10 is from, remind me of who shared it. I'm thinking of
Beth
name.
Lomas.
So Beth Lomas shared probably about a month ago or even longer. What she does is every single day, she calls it her Power 10, and she reaches out to 3 people. So she leaves a voice message. So you can do it on Facebook Messenger, you can do it on text, and you reach out to share the business. So you share briefly, I thought of you because of this. Would you listen to this video? And then you just send that out. And so she recommends doing a personal video that you put together where you share a little bit about Arbonne, the opportunity, and information. So she shared that. And so that is kind of tied in with Donna Johnson talked about a summer challenge. So we have adapted to that, where you reach out to, depending on if you're going to walk, jog, or run, you reach out to talk about the business, you reach out to follow up, and then you reach out to your team. So, and then I heard a training on Go for Gold. The trainer said she adds 1 to it, where she does reach out to 1 person a day to thank them. So tell them why you're thankful for them. And she said it has to be someone different. So you can't say it to your husband every single day and check that off. But every single day, reach out to somebody in your life. Doesn't have to be because of Arbonne, and just say, I'm thankful for you because. So for that, depending on what you're doing, we call that the Power 10 because it takes about 10 minutes.
Awesome. Thank you, Kim. I just knew you mentioned it a couple times, and I knew there were probably some people to be like, oh, what's the Power 10? So thank you. And again, that Danielle explains that. The reach out challenge. Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. I just wanted to, I guess, say that Jessica, you did a really, really good job. It was very excellent points, and I love how you called your car a university. And so, first of all, thank you to everybody for always sending out the SoundClouds that they really liked, because it's really nice to kind of listen to those and remind ourselves to listen to them. But I have started listening to them on the way to work in the morning. And that is, I never thought of it, but it is like a university. So I just love that little quote that you said, Jessica. And now I'm trying to do it on the way home also, instead of just listening to the radio. But yeah, so a half hour a day for sure. And hopefully I'll get up to an hour a day very consistently. So yeah, so I just love it. I feel like in that drive, it could be a wasted time. But it's not wasted. And Jessica, you're so right. It puts you in that mood of, I can do it. I can do anything. Like, I feel awesome. It just gets you in the right mindset. And I've been feeling better about it, and able to do my asks to people who I feel are so successful. And I'm noticing a difference just in my attitude. So excellent point. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Anybody else? We still got a couple minutes.
Thanks, Anna. I don't know who said it. I think it was Simon Sinek, but I don't want to take credit for the university comment, even though it's fun and I really like it. But I think it was Simon Sinek maybe who said that. It's really cool. What's that?
Jerry in the beginning.
Oh, Rosenthal. That's right. Okay.
He says, if every day, if you make your car your university. And then he also, he has a lot of other great stuff. But yeah, Jerry is the one who said that, I think.
Alrighty. Well, again, for those of you that might be new, we have, following this, we hop off and go on to a Facebook group called Discover Arbonne Live. So if you're not in that group, reach out in our Tri-Region Facebook group. We'll send you the link, we'll add you, or reach out to your sponsor or any upline, because we always have a VP that goes live in there for the next 30 minutes to share about the Arbonne opportunity. So that's great for you to learn and grow in your belief and knowledge of how to share. It's also an amazing tool to invite people to hear more as you're sharing the business with people. Maybe they're not sure yet, they need another exposure, they still have questions. It's a great way to plug them in to hear more. They can be sitting on the couch in their PJ pants and hop on, no pressure, and check it out. So we're gonna hop over there. Yay, Colton, he's excited. Discover Arbonne Live. I see Colton clapping. And then following that, we hop back on Zoom, but a different number. So again, it's posted in our group for our multi-nation call, which again is just going to be a really, really valuable training for skills and mindsets for your business. So thank you, Kourtney, and thank you, Jesse, and for everybody that was on. It was great to plug in with you guys for this, and then we'll see you over in the other places.